in just the minutes leading up to the time that that plane had disappeared from everyone's from the sight and from the sound, there was an air traffic control transmission from Cleveland Air Traffic Control, which had been helping this plane go in on its approach to Buffalo International. Let's take a listen to what that transmission was.
Colgan 3407 approach.
Colgan 3407 Buffalo.
Colgan 3407 approach. Delta 1998, look off your right side about 5 miles for a dash 8. Should be 2300. Do you see anything there?
Negative, Delta 1998. We're just in the bottoms and nothing on the TCAS. Colgan 3407 Buffalo.
Colgan 3407 Buffalo Tower, how do you hear?
And let us some ground communication. You need to talk to somebody at least 5 miles northeast. Okay, possibly Clarence. That area right in there, Akron area. Either state police or sheriff's department need to find out if anything is on the ground. This aircraft was 5 miles out, and all of a sudden we have no response to that aircraft.
All I can tell you is the aircraft over the marker, and we're not talking to him now.
Okay. Couple of 5, I'll have to get right back to you, sir. Apparently we have an emergency, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Okay, for all aircraft this frequency, we did have a dash 8 over the marker that didn't make the airport. He appears to be about 5 miles away from the airport. For Delta 1998, I'm going to bring you in, sir, on the approach. If you could just give me a pyre up when you get to 2300, and if you have any problem with the localizer or anything, let me know. However, we're showing it all in the green here.
Welcome. Fire for Cactus, did you find Colgan?
Unfortunately, they said he went down about right over the marker clump.
Tower Cactus 1452 is coming up on the clump, and we saw the ground. You guys know what's going on?
Cactus 1452, Buffalo Tower, wind 26014, runway 23 to clear land. Yes, sir, we are aware.
Hey.
And it's absolutely chilling. What you're hearing right there was from the Cleveland Air Traffic Control. So some of the other flights that were in the area where that Colgan flight was, you can hear them referencing to Colgan Air. That is the Continental Airlines Flight 3407. It's operated by Colgan Air. And I want to bring in Bob Hager to talk a little bit about that transmission. Bob, is that a common place for an air traffic controller to ask other airplanes if they see something or if they see another flight?
Yes, sadly, it's always terrible to listen to those calls when they first realize that the plane is gone. But just to translate some of that, the transmissions there. When the tape starts, he's trying to raise the aircraft that crashed. He's trying to call the Colgan Air flight, and he calls several times, and Colgan Air doesn't answer. And then for the first time now, the controller becomes concerned, and then he calls out to a Delta airplane that's also in the area, 5 miles off to the left is what so that would depend on which direction they're flying, but off to the left of the aircraft that crashed, according to the control transmissions, and he asks the Delta plane if he can see this flight, and the Delta pilot says no, and he says he can't see him on TCAS either. Now TCAS is a screen in the cockpit that other planes, it denotes other planes in the area. It's to prevent mid-air collisions, and it was developed about 20 years ago, but pilots are very dependent on it. So he says he can't see it on the TCAS either. So now the controller knows that he's got a very serious situation on his hand. And the next thing he hears is a transmission, and I don't know, it's from some other plane that reports that an aircraft over the marker did not make the airport. The marker would be a navigation aid, so they can line up for the final approach. And in this case, this marker must be about 5 miles out from the runway. And the chilling transmission from some other plane, I presume, is saying that he can see that there's a plane down over the marker. And then another voice says the same thing, that the plane is down over the marker. So that's what that transmission was.